Yo, YouTube, what's good? In your back yet another video. We're going to be talking about 10 grown men financial habits small or little guys learn too late. The first one is educating yourself about money. Now, what I mean by educating yourself about money, you need to learn all the ways, you know, how to save money, how to invest money, how to use money properly. Because if you don't use money you receive maybe from your salary or something you did for somebody to earn something and you end up wasting all your money, then you won't know anything about money. So why it's important for you to learn what's the value of money, what does money bring into the table, how does money create jobs, how does money create things, how to use money. Like for example, you, if you were to receive $10,000 or 10,000 rands, the best thing to do is to save 70% and to use 30%. Invest the 70% of your earnings. All right. The second strategy is to fill your cup first before filling others. Basically, what that means it is to make sure you're good financially. You have covered all your expenses, your rent, your food, your costs, transport costs before helping others. It's best to help yourself, though though it might come off as selfish, but it is important for you to make sure you covered first before you help others. All right, because like if you help others, now you are there, you're shorting with some money to pay your rent. Then what you gonna do? Like I'll just give you an example. Let's say you're in an aeroplane and they say put on your seatbelts because they're about to land down aggressively due to some engine problem. Now you want to help somebody else, but this can happen. You both can fall and be injured within the plane when it's going down. Instead, you put your own seatbelt or your own belt and then help others afterwards. You see, that's why it's important to help others. The third tip or strategy is to set clear financial goals. You need to set clear financial strategies, how you're going to use your money. Where is this money going? For example, if you receive your earnings, I would advise you guys to make sure you set financial goals. What do you want to achieve with this money? Do you want to build a business with this money? Do you want to invest your money into, you know, a policy, a business, or into your savings account, or you want to save up something to buy a house or something like that? Set financial goals, achieve people a bit, especially just aim higher. Your goal that you're trying to, the financial goal you're trying to achieve, make sure you aim higher, so that in the end you achieve your goal just like that. As long as you're consistent and you're there, because it's very important to set financial goals. The fourth strategy it is to live below your means. You know what I mean? If you earn a high source of income, don't live all flashy and stuff just to impress people, but just live below your means. If you like earn like 10,000 rand or $10,000, just save 8,000, use 2,000 and live below your means. Because how is that? Because that's gonna help you in the long term. How? In case if you have any issues or anything that needs money quick like this, you're, you're able to extract it and then use it. All right? Because to live below means it is going to lower your costs, and it is going to enhance or enlarge the longevity of you living a well balanced financial life. All right. The fifth strategy it is to build an emergency fund. So what I mean by this is that if you have any emergency, for example, if you're driving your car somewhere and then something within the car especially within the engine just breaks, like a transmitter pops off, or some wires there in the engine breaks. Now you have to spend $15,000 or 15,000 rands. Where you gonna get that from? It's why it's important to create an emergency fund, because an emergency fund is gonna help you in the long term. To cover those high costs that come unexpectedly. Because like if you have no emergency fund and now you need to go to work, but you don't have emergency funds, then you can't go to work unless if you just go use board or no. Yeah, if you get what I mean. So I advise you guys to create an emergency fund. Or yeah, because that can help you quickly. You know. My sixth strategy is to avoid impulse purchases. And you all know what I mean. Like if you're there at the shops and you see some nice shoes, so you should avoid anything of spending unnecessary. If you see that if you spend on some clothing, especially expensive clothing, you know it's gonna eat your money drastically. So just avoid impulse spending, because impulse spending just brings, a short dopamine hit. Like, oh yeah, I bought this, but end of the day you're gonna regret. If I'm wrong, comment down and say why I'm wrong. My seventh strategy it is to distinguish between an asset and a liability. If you see that you invest your money into something, like okay, I'll start with two examples. If you invest your money into like partying, going clubs, and you see that this thing is eating your money because you're spending on drinks, you're buying food, you're buying tickets that won't bring you money back, then that's a liability. But if you go to car meets, if you go to business functions, business events, you know, where you have the opportunity to meet people with bigger businesses, bigger ideas, and that's an asset because that can help you financially. You can meet people and then make more money together. Like you get business connections that's gonna help you long term. So I advise you guys to improve your sense of distinguishing what is an asset, what is a liability. Also, avoid people who just come to use you for money. Just be careful of that, guys. My eighth strategy it is to use credit responsibly. Don't use your credit unresponsible, but use it responsibly. How? I mean, every time when you spend your money, make sure it's going to the right thing. For example, if you're gonna buy a car, make sure that car is gonna benefit you financially. For example, you can buy a truck. That truck can help you, create a side hustle. That's what I mean by using your credit responsibly. All right. My ninth strategy is to work on your negotiating skills. For example, if you were in a business meeting with the biggest shareholders of, Walmart, Macro, and basically you want to be a stakeholder, and they give you an option like you gonna take 40% of the earnings, and they take 60, and you just decide to negotiate and say, okay, I'll take I'll take 60%, and then you say, okay, take 50. You see what I mean? You've improved from 40% to a 50%, so 10% plus earnings just because you negotiated. So I encourage guys to negotiate. Don't stick to the first option. The first option is always the wrong option. Seek a better deal, seek a better offer. My 10th strategy or habit the guys should learn is to, I know with this last one, I know it will shock you guys, but you need to think long term, guys. Very important to think long term because you can't be thinking short term. If you spend all the money now, enjoy now, later you end up, no, that's not how it works, guys. So plan for retirement. I know what you saying. Oh, what? Retirement, bro. I'm so young, bro. Think long term, bro. This is how those millionaires and those billionaires think. They think long term. Think 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Plan for retirement. You need to think long term because you know you need to live a soft life. So if you all enjoyed the video, just subscribe, yeah, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you all in another video.